Christian tradition indicates in Nazareth, beyond the Basilica of the Annunciation, the Church of St. Joseph. This shrine is also called the Shrine of Nutrition because this is where Jesus grew up to adulthood, learning his father's trade. Even the shrines of Nazareth, which were crowded until a few weeks ago, are now experiencing the changes of this particular period.
I frati della Custodia di Terra Santa in questi 800 anni di presenza hanno visto di tutto.
The friars of the Custody of the Holy Land in these 800 years of presence have seen everything: full, empty sanctuaries. They have seen the war. They have seen pilgrims live with important experiences of faith. We friars, the local Christians, and those who are here today must understand that this moment is different. It is a moment of reflection, of prayer. We must pray for this needy world in this particularly difficult moment.
Che dobbiamo pregare per questo mondo necessitato, bisognoso in questo momento così difficile.
The feast of St. Joseph is celebrated all over the world, but especially in Nazareth, where, respecting government restrictions, a small number of people participated. Brother Francesco Patton, Custos of the Holy Land, presided over the celebration, and in his homily he stressed how strange it was to celebrate the solemnity of St. Joseph with a seemingly empty church. This time, continued the Custos, this time of the coronavirus is a time when even going to church is subject to restrictions, and it is good to remember something fundamental. We are part of the church, we are part of a body, and there is a deep communion among all the members of this body, which is the church. It is a communion made by the Holy Spirit which connects us to one another. In communion with everyone. Many, in fact, were able to participate in the celebration thanks to the live television broadcast by the Christian Media Center, the communication center of the Custody of the Holy Land, on 14 stations in 9 countries around the world, in English, Arabic, Polish, German, Spanish and Portuguese.
Per questo viviamo anche tra di noi una intensità di spiritualità, perché dobbiamo viverle molto forte.
We also live a spiritual intensity among ourselves. We must live it strongly in order to transmit it to the world through television, the internet, so that many people will be comforted, but above all they will remember that the friars of the Custody of the Holy Land, the helpers who are inside the Basilica of the Annunciation, have the mission to pray, to be in the heart of the Church and to spread hope throughout the world.
Di essere questo cuore della Chiesa, della preghiera, mandando la speranza per tutto il mondo.
The Custos of the Holy Land reminded people who could not physically go to church that this small building carries within itself the memory of Joseph's house, the Holy Family, the place where Jesus also learned the job of the carpenter. At this moment, this building contains the whole universal church, all those who have lived here, and all those who in every part of the world and throughout the history of mankind, like Joseph and Mary, have welcomed the Son of God, Jesus, into their lives and into their homes. After reflecting on the real communion in the Eucharistic celebration, Brother Patton invited all those present to make an act of entrustment of the Church and humanity to St. Joseph.